Good morning everyone. Here is your requested video presentation for finding the measures of position of grouped data. So we start first with quartiles given a class interval and the frequency. So before we proceed to our solution, we need first to add a third table for less than cumulative frequency. And by the way, our solution here is exactly similar, not exactly but rather similar to that of finding the median. So our less than CF, we have this as our 5, and then add 8, we have 13. 13 plus 12 is 25, plus 10 we have 35, and plus 5 we have 40. So next we find the location of our Q1, which is equal to n divided by 4. So our n is equal to 40. We divide that by 4, so our n is in the 10th location. So based on the third column, less than CF, we find the location of the data, which is the 10th data. So from here, this is 1 to 5th, this is 6 to 13th. So it's very clear that the 10th data is found in the second row. And since it's in the second row, we will use this as our lower limit, this one as the frequency of the class, and this would be the cumulative frequency lower than that of the class containing our 10th data. Okay, so having this data, and then we also solve for the class interval. So class interval would be 30 minus 20 or 50 minus 40 or whatever. So our H, or which is just the same as C, is equal to 10. Then using our formula for Q1, Q1 would be equal to L plus we have Kn over 4 because it's a quartile minus CF, and then this would be divided by the frequency of 10 times our H. So from here we have 10 plus then Kn over 4 would be, since our quartile, what we want is the first quartile, so our K is just 1. So we have here our N is 40 divided by 4 minus less than CF of 5 all over the frequency, which is 8 times 10. So we have 40 divided by 4 is 10 minus 5, that would be 5 divided by 8 times 10, giving us a value of Q1, which is equal to this one, 16.25. Okay, so it's 16.25. Now going to the next problem, we have find the third decile. So we have another class interval and frequency. Again, before we proceed to our computation, we need first to fill in the third column. So for our cumulative frequency, that would be 5, plus 8 equals 13, plus 22, that would be 35, plus 10 is 45, and plus 5, that would be 50. So the location of the third decile, D3, would be equal to 3 times n divided by 10 because it's a decile. So that would be 3 times 50 divided by n is equal to the 15th. So our data is the 15th data. So based on the third column, then our D3, the location of our third quartile decile would be in the 15th. So 15th would be here because this is not here but here. This would be 6 to 13th only. So here would be our 14th to 35th. So our third decile is in this row here. So we are going to encircle the quantities that we're going to need. So we have here the lower limit of the class, and then we have here the frequency 22, and then the less than CF. So using the formula for D3, we have again L plus Kn, this time it's divided by 10 for decile, minus our CF divided by F, then times H. So we have our L is 20 plus Kn, that would be K times N, that's 3 times 50. Actually, it's just the same as this one here. divided by 10 minus 13 all over the frequency of 22. Okay, 22 and then times 10. So doing the math, we have our D3 is equal to 20.9 or 21. Okay, and if you check this, then our answer of D3 is well within the class interval of 20 to 30. Now for the third problem, we're going to find the 40th percentile. Okay, using the same class interval, again we start off with the less than cumulative frequency. 5 plus 8 is 13, plus 22 we have 35, plus 10 is 45, and plus 5 is equal to 50. So next, it's the 40th percentile. So the location of the 40th percentile would be 40 times, again, our n of 50. And this time, we're going to divide by 100 because of it's a percentile. Okay, so that would give us the 20th place. The location would be P20. So again, based on our cumulative frequency, that would be in the third row. And we will be using the same data here. This is our lower limit. This is the frequency. And this is the less than cumulative frequency. So solving for P40, then we have our lower limit of 20 plus our P40 location would be 40 divided by 50 divided by 100 minus CF of 13. This would be divided by the frequency of 22. Okay, 22, and then we multiply this again by 10. So that will give us 40 divided by 50. That would be 20 minus 13 divided by 22 times 10 plus 20 gives us P10. 40 is 23.18, or that would be equal to 23. Okay, so I hope you got my explanation. So we have here the formulas for grouped data. So if you notice that the difference would only be here in the denominators. So for quartile, that would be 4. For decile, that would be 10. And for percentile, that would be 100. Okay, that would be all, and thank you.